Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and you may have gotten clickbaited, but that is not a good reason to stop watching the video. This is a video that I have wanted to make for years now, since like 2020, 2021. This is going to be a review of the Zowie MiCO, a mouse that a lot of people probably don't know about. This mouse dropped in 2011, when I was only 9 years old. God knows what I was doing. Probably playing like Madden 11. But yeah, putting that aside, this is a small mouse from Zowie, which is a shape that they've just discontinued. The Zowie MiCO. It was made originally for fingertip grip, claw grip for small hands for a game called StarCraft. But I don't know, a lot of the CS boomers in my comments always like look back on this mouse as like one of the great small mice. So I was finally able to pick one up. I paid a fucking right smart $250 on Mouse Market. Took ages to get here from Germany, but I have had this mouse, this 68-gram small mouse with a shitty rubber cable, 500 hertz, like Pixart 3305 sensor. It's kind of absurd because on one hand, this mouse does feel like very outdated, but at the same time, it still just feels like a Zowie mouse design. Like the sidewalls, it just feels like it's using pretty much the same plastic. It has a very nice coating, not as rubberized as like a modern rubbery coating, but way better than a lot of the coatings were when I like got into mice. So I do understand why people like have such fond like recollection of this mouse. The shape is easily closest to the Cox CM600, I would say, of all the mice that I've used. And what's interesting about it is it looks like it's very curved, but you see where you actually place your fingers, it's quite flat on the sides. So for me, this is a shape that works very well for like my type of fingertip grip, and also surprisingly well for claw. It obviously feels like a really small mouse, but it's not something like a ULX small WL mouse mini where it's like just too flat, and that's why it feels awful. So yeah, it's really a shame that Zowie has no like modern small fingertip offering. For a fingertip mouse, the clicks are super heavy. They are using Huano switches, which is kind of crazy. Like Zowie's just been using these forever. The quality is incredible. Like I can't even lie. There's no side to side wobble, no issues with like post travel creaking. It is just very stiff, but there's a very nice like tactile feedback. I mean, it's just crazy, guys. Like 2011, that's a long fucking time ago. And this is like, it holds up. Even the sensor still, it doesn't feel unusable. Honestly, I can probably think of a few 3335 early wireless implementations that felt worse than this. On 1600 DPI, it is kind of unusable due to something called prediction drift control, really a non-issue in modern sensors. But yeah, on 800 DPI, I was still able to get like some respectable scores in Kovacs. Could that mean the scenarios are easy? I'm the GOAT, mice don't matter. A lot of things are possible. Probably a mix of all of those, but really this just is a great shape. And I do hope either Zowie or some Chinese company just clones it fully, like with the angles, like somehow incorporates good side buttons, which I do feel like would be tough. But yeah, this is just like, I get it. And I've wanted a MiCO for a while. I'm not going to like fucking use it every day, obviously. Maybe I'll mod it. I feel like a paracord could help this mouse out a lot. But yeah, it's a real shame it doesn't have side buttons, so I couldn't use it in Fortnite. The LOD is like 2mm, so it does feel a little bit high, definitely, but I don't know. This was just, it was fun to use. Not many people have reviewed this. Like Rocket Jump Ninja never made a video. It's kind of like not a forgotten mouse, maybe a forgotten mouse. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, somebody should clone it. But yeah, compared to mice like the Zhaopin Z1 Pro, the Fantech Aria, you can tell they just really aren't the same. Like it's much larger. The angles, like this has a weird fucking thumb groove that the MiCO doesn't have. The right side isn't nearly as flat. It's just like, this feels much different. And yeah, I'm definitely not saying that the modern egg offerings are bad, but they're just nowhere near as small feeling as the Zowie MiCO. And honestly, at the weight this is at, like, and the size, it does feel very dense. Not heavy while moving it around, but definitely heavy, honestly. But surprisingly, it's like Zowie went backwards with skates. They had these fucking PTFE dots, which honestly feel good. Like, I'm using an Artisan Raiden right now, and that definitely makes the mouse feel a bit lighter in motion. But with the rubber cable, just that dense feeling, like, shell, this definitely, it just feels like an old-fashioned mouse. The 500 hertz I learned was like not the standard at the time. Like they had 1000 hertz mice, so this was just Zowie in true Zowie fashion, being a few years behind the market. You can, there's like no RGB, but you can change the LED indicator on the scroll wheel. That is a pretty cool feature in my opinion. And on the box, they advertise, what do they advertise? I don't know, you can read the box. Oh yeah, to change the DPI. But yeah, as you can see, they say this is perfect for claw grip and gamers with small hands. It's a Zowie custom sensor. It's ambidextrous. What can this mouse not do realistically? So yeah, I think that's about all I gotta say for the Zowie MiCO review. My time on this, it was it was fun. Like I said, I'm not in any way regretting that I bought this mouse. It was something that I just could not find. Like, I had a saved search on eBay. It fucking never comes up. I found it on Mouse Market one day and decided, you know, gotta buy it, gotta review it. That is what this was. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any Zowie MiCO stories, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see me review any other OG mice that have the same, like, level of character as the Zowie MiCO, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's going to be all. This was a treat into Zowie's history as a mouse company. But yeah, that's all. Peace out.